text messages and everything like that. First, I want to give a huge round of thank yous to our partners for this event. First, our presenting partner, Safeway. Thank you. And next, also another partner, Ezell's Chicken. Thank you. The Seattle Seahawks. Thank you. Cairo Radio. Thank you. Seattle Emerald. Thank you. The Anchor Group. Thank you. Converge Media. Thank you. Urban Impact. Thank you. Now, yes, it's Juneteenth, everybody. You know what day it is. This is an excitement. It's a celebration. It's Juneteenth, and now we are celebrating on this day here at the Collective, downtown Seattle, 400 and Dexter Avenue. A lot of what we're doing is proceeds are going to go to help Urban Impact. We will be bringing up Urban Impact to explain what it is that they do here momentarily. If an opportunity to go to Urban Impact's website, urbanimpactseattle.org, and you can see everything that they do when it comes to helping out our young Black entrepreneurs here in the Pacific Northwest. Now, first of all, again, welcome. This is going to be, I believe, an amazing event and something that I am excited about. What's going to happen during this time is this. We're going to have a few speakers that are going to come up. After the speakers come up, what's going to happen is the marketplace. There's going to be an opportunity that's going to open up again after this. People will get to go and check out those businesses. Amazing people back there, amazing businesses. So this will be an opportunity today to expose everyone in the Seattle area to these Black-owned businesses. So that's going to be happening here as well. Also, we're going to have a panel of some amazing people that's going to be right here on stage. Yes, the owner of Ezell's Chicken is going to be here. Keisha Credit, who is the business bestie, is going to be here. And former Seattle Seahawk and business entrepreneur in the Seattle area, Doug Baldwin, is going to be here. And they're going to have a panel, and we're going to talk to them. Also, the mayor of Seattle, Mayor Jenny Durkan, is going to join us here in a second. That's going to happen. And then later on, there's going to be a performance by Draze, and everybody knows who he is. I'm looking forward to hearing from him. Last thing, before I introduce Draze to the stage, I want to say this. Today is powerful. It's powerful because so many people here today, whether you're here in person or you're taking this time online to watch this, you have invested your time to have the opportunity to be with us. And more important, the goal for today is to create and have conversation, because you know what they say, more conversation leads to compensation. That's right. Conversation leads to compensation, and that's what we're here to do right now. So let's get to it. Our first, the person who put this all together, the person who gave me a phone call, and I answered, by the way, on the first ring. I just want to bring that up as well. My friend, I've had the amazing opportunity to co-host many radio shows with this man. He's doing wonderful things in the community. I love his energy. I love his passion. Please welcome to the stage, Draze.
Hello, everybody. G. Scott's lying. He didn't answer my call on the first call. He's lying. He thought I was calling about LeBron James getting kicked out the playoffs, huh? So he started ducking my calls. You know what I mean? Anyway,
it's not the time to make it personal.
Happy Juneteenth, everybody. I'm so excited to see the community here, right? To see different races and nationalities all in this building to celebrate this concept, Juneteenth. I think that Juneteenth is a challenging holiday for so many people. It's challenging for several reasons. Number one, it's a painful reminder of the obvious. You can't celebrate freedom unless there was slavery. right? And so we all are struggling to figure out, how do I enter this space? People don't know. Do I say happy Juneteenth? Do I shake your hand? How do I enter this space? I want to be a part, but I don't know how to do that. I think that building Black wealth is the way to do that. It's a way to step up. It's a way to lean in. It's a way to help community without going to government and saying, yo, I need $1,000. That's great, right? Reparations are a part of it. But what about the people? Slavery was done by people, not just the government. It was human beings enslaving other human beings. So what about human beings stepping up and saying, you know what? I'm going to support your businesses. Building Black wealth is not about saying support businesses because they're Black. It's saying give us an opportunity. We have a marketplace over there full of phenomenal businesses, right? Glass blowing. I didn't know we had a Black glass blower in the Northwest. Shout out to him, right? But we saw it and we were blown away. African Americans spend $1.2 trillion in America. That makes us rich, people, collectively. But there's a study that said by the year 2053, our wealth is supposed to bottom out at zero. We will have jobs, but we won't own homes. The only way to reverse that trend is to learn how to spend money with yourself. This thing started, honestly, from a song that I wrote, put out a song. We looked up this morning. We were on Layla Ali's page, streaming to the world. Today, we were in a room full of people. We got Doug Baldwin. We got the mayor. We got G. Scott. We got Black businesses. And we got the community. We are unstoppable, unified as a people. And so my hope, if nothing else, is that we impress the message of building Black wealth on your hearts, in your minds. I always say there's a few things. No excuses. If you heard this song, if you ain't, go Google it. No excuses. No excuses. I say it over and over. What you don't have in your community, you can find on Google. You have to be intentional about supporting Black businesses. And the last thing I'll say to anyone who's looking to step into the movement, don't just support us once. Keep supporting us. Be a lifelong customer. If you usually use Dove, switch on over. You know what I'm saying? There is something out there that you can use. So peace, God bless. Please enjoy yourself and don't leave. I'm gonna hit the stage later on, and I think I'm decent. You know what I mean? I'm okay. Peace.
Passion. Passion is what you heard right there. Passion is what it's going to take to continue to spread and spend these dollars. Now, next person coming to the stage, and like I said about this next guest, they are here, right? A lot of times, oftentimes, you see the talk, whether the talk is from a podium, the talk is from a TV, the talk is in the newspapers, the talk is from here. But sometimes the talk is better when it comes from right here in person, joining the stage right now, the mayor of Seattle, Mayor Jenny Durkan.
How's it going?
It's great.
So it's a little unfair. I got to follow you know who, right? And sit with this guy, voice for radio and the face for TV, you know?
I appreciate that, Mayor.
Look, this is such an important thing. You know, I think Congress did something we never expected them to do. They acted urgently and unanimously on Juneteenth, but it was just a couple hundred years late. And this celebration today of building Black wealth is so important. And I want to agree, it's the building part. It's not a one-time thing. We've got to establish a generational wealth. You've got to give people the opportunity from the time they're little, and you've got to build it all the way through. And I saw, go to the marketplace, there's amazing, amazing entrepreneurs there, really great products. And we see now in Seattle, we're at a time that things have changed. Last year was the hard year. You know, with the pandemic, the disparities were laid bare. The people that were most impacted by both COVID, the economic consequences and the health consequences were communities of color, and particularly the Black community. And we saw those huge disparities right here in the city. When I was growing up in Seattle, the Central District was 75% or more Black. Today, it's less than 14%. So we, as mayor and the government, has been trying to, before the pandemic, to change that trajectory so that now every single graduate from a Seattle public school gets 2 years free college. 2 years free college. And yesterday I was able to go to one of the college graduations, and some of those promised scholars who came right from our Seattle public schools were there graduating, one with an economics degree, another one in art. And so we've got to build these systems all the way through. There has to be opportunity for generational wealth and for building wealth. And you're right, it is only happens if it's sustained. It can't be a one-time thing. It can't happen just because you talk about it on Juneteenth. It's got to happen, and there's got to be an overall commitment. And I think coming out of last year, one of the things I committed was that we in the city would spend $100 million just building community. Because you look at the Black, Indigenous, and other communities of color, under-resourced for generations. And we have to admit the impacts of systemic racism and slavery on America. Because if we don't, we'll never fix it. And so building back over 10 years, $100 million commitment is what I think the city has to make. We did our first one. I'm going to call out Sharon, who's here, who was on our task force for part of it. And they went to work. And what's one of the 4 pillars they said, the principles, when the $30 million of the first funding is going towards generational wealth and access to that. It's so important. Healthcare, opportunity, education, all those things that need to happen. So I couldn't be more proud to be here. It's really, I'm just so honored to be invited into this space. And I'm telling you, you got to go back to the marketplace because there's some great things to buy. The glass is amazing. The soaps are amazing. There's the black boxes. If you haven't seen them, sign up online, buy those. But thanks for being here. And when you walk out of here, feel good and feel proud because there's so much positive happening now. And we got to keep that up. So I'm happy to be here as mayor. Thank you for everything you've done. Thanks for giving me the space. And everybody have some fun and learn today. And then walk out of here even more committed to doing good. Thanks very much.
That is the mayor, Mayor Jenny Durkan. Thank you for your time and thank you for being here with us. The beauty in the name that I want to discuss, and I'm glad that the mayor kind of touched on that, is the best part about, and I don't know whose idea it was, and it kind of Draze went into that, building. I think that is the most important part too, because it could have been the Black wealth experience, and the beautifying thing of this is it is building, and that's what needs to happen. So as we start talking about the future, the next generation, we are trying to build towards that. Speaking of building, sometimes I was talking earlier to Lewis Rudd, who is the owner of Ezell's Chicken, who's going to join us. And one of the things that we talked about is how important it is to have young entrepreneurs, helping them out, helping them be engaged. And one of those organizations out there that does that is Urban Impact. That is what they are doing. They are training and helping them get to the next level, these young entrepreneurs. Well, one of those young entrepreneurs, her name is Monica Matthews with Queen Care Products. She's going to join us right now. Monica, come on to the stage. Monica, before we get into what's in your hand, because I am very, very familiar with that, but I'm trying to remain professional. I don't want to be too excited, but let's talk about you. First of all, hello, and how is your business going? Queen Care.
G. Hi, G.
Hey.
Oh, my goodness. Hello, everyone. My name is Monica Matthews, as G said, owner of Queen Care Products. Business is going great. Last year, our business expanded by 100%. So we were able to pivot at an early... Yes,
we can clap. We can clap on that. We can clap on that.
That was not expected, and we feel very fortunate for that. But if it was not for our network, if it was not for Urban Impact, we would not have the connections that we had to be able to continue business last year.
Monica, let's go to the beginning. And you mentioned Urban Impact, and Urban Impact is the organizations that are helping entrepreneurs such as yourself, people having the opportunity to graduate from that. How important was Urban Impact for you? Tell us about that experience.
That experience was priceless, G. I can tell you, we had preparation. We went to Seattle Pacific University for classes, learning about social entrepreneurship, how to structure our business. We were able to learn how to really compete and how to really package our businesses to be able to compete in this market that we know is very difficult, right? And sometimes we need those training grounds, right? But more so than any of those resources that we got, the money that we got, it was really about the people resources for me, the network. You know that saying, your network is your net worth? Absolutely. Like, that's real and that's really serious. I can think about the judges when I won first place at Sharks at the Beach. That was in 2017, a program of urban impact. 3 of the judges became really invested in my business. Doomy, I'm here at his event now, right? Molly Moon has sponsored several of our events. And also Barry Horn, which is a billionaire over in Bellevue, who has taken an interest in my business. So if it wasn't for me participating in that program, I would not have had access to, to those people. 1 year after Sharks at the Beach, I opened my first location in Columbia City. And then this year in 2020, we just opened our second location in Central District on 23rd.
Come on.
Oh, y'all like that?
Come on.
Yes, on 23rd in Jackson, right in the heart of the Central District. So
I love that. Now, Monica, I got to tell you, when I saw that I was going to have the opportunity to interview you, do you know how excited I was? Because not only I'm sitting here looking at the paper and I said, whoa, I'm going to get to interview you. And I grabbed my brown sugar scrub and put it on my feet because I already had it. I already got your product already. And then I got the spray to mist and everything. Talk about that. Talk about why you decided to get in this industry right here. I know your passion. I've bought your products. Tell the world why you are so passionate about that.
First of all, G, this is for you. I know your favorite scent. I know your favorite product. I got you.
She had me at hello.
I got you.
You know I like this one.
That's your favorite.
Put it on there and I put my socks on top.
Just like I told you. Good job.
So did.
Well, I got to tell you, Queen Care, our premise is really to indulge, engage, and uplift, right? So we want people to indulge in self-care practices that really support optimal health, because we know that if I'm at my best, right, I'm going to treat you a little bit better, right? And we need to get back to the essence of treating each other a little bit better, don't you think? And then we are all about engaging in our community. So we have a nonprofit partner that we work with where we provide paid internships for young ladies to come work in the store. We're all about positive community development. So we have a double bottom line, right? We're obviously in business to make a profit, but we're also in business to make sure our young people can gain the marketable skills to be able to compete in Seattle and live in King County if they want to as well. And then last is just uplifting those who are most vulnerable amongst us. That's what we're about at Queen Care.
Love it. Love it. Last question, because I need to know, and I want to know, where's Queen Care Products in 5 years? Where does Monica Matthews, where does she envision Queen Care Products in the future?
Yes, one store in every state. We're definitely going to do that because we are about positive community development. There's no shortage of what we can do to be able to build up our young people. So we do that through our store. I want a store in every state. Last year, we almost shipped to every single state in the United States. I mean, when I sent that box to Hawaii, I was like, I need to get in this box. That would be self-care for me.
Right.
But yeah, absolutely nationwide.
How can they find you? How can they find you?
Yes, online, www.queencareproducts.com. Or if you're in the city of Seattle, please come visit us. We're open and we're practicing social distance guidelines. So in Columbia City on 37th and Hudson, and in the Central District, 23rd and Jackson.
One more time for that website. One more time.
www.queencareproducts.com.
You heard it here. Monica Matthews, owner of Queen Care Products. I wanted her to drop the mic on purpose, but she politely put it down. I would have dropped the mic. I just would have done that because she was absolutely outstanding. Now, I told you about Urban Impact. And again, urbanimpactseattle.org is what we're trying to do. We're trying to build dollars and give to them, because this is the organization that is helping with these entrepreneurs. This is the organization in which Monica Matthews graduated from. So let's bring up the CFO of that organization. Please welcome BJ Stewart.
Gee, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
We are out in the public without masks, fully vaccinated. I'm elbow bumping. I'm shaking hands. I'm fist bumping. I'm kind of confused because I don't know what to do.
No,
but I'm excited to be here, Jay.
It's kind of awkward, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
I had some young little kids a second ago. I went to go shake their hand. They kind of looked at me. They said, "I ain't."
Yeah.
They looked at me like stranger danger. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm a little bit angry with Monica because she bought the scrub, and I didn't get any, Monica. But I did. Let me tell you something.
What's that?
I did put on my Queen Care skin and hair oil, and so my goatee is nice and soft. And I have a product idea for you, Monica.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. Have the opportunity, but sometimes they just don't know how.
Absolutely.
Talk about what Urban Impact is doing to facilitate that with these young folks that are out here.
Yeah, gee, Urban Impact's been in Seattle for 34 plus years with the mission of partnering with families and communities to break the cycle of social, material, and spiritual poverty. So what that really acknowledges is that poverty is just not one's economic situation. Yes, it does have to do with their economic condition, but also their social standing and their spiritual standing. So as we engage with local entrepreneurs, we're not only looking to affect and improve their business situation, but we want to bring all of our services around to affect the whole person. So what does that mean for aspiring entrepreneurs? As we've engaged with aspiring entrepreneurs and small businesses, they lack three things. They don't have the relationships and network to garner the resources that they need. They don't have the knowledge and information to launch and grow their enterprises to a level of sustainability and growth. And obviously, they don't have the cash. So as we conduct programs like our Sharks at the Beach entrepreneurship program, and we have a small business